Enterprise is a particularly isolating activity, whichever way you look at it, whether you're the head of a big company, you're isolated, or whether you're running a business from home at your kitchen table, you're isolated. And I think the community of enterprising women provides that place. It provides a central place, a meeting place for people, for women who want to share their experiences and learn from others.
Enterprising Women is like-minded people with similar experience who provide an enormous amount of support which is not accessible anywhere else. I've benefited from the support of other women who have better understandings than I do, or who are simply wiser or cleverer, or just have been there before and know the pitfalls. And there is a huge amount of generosity which is shared by women and is absolutely invaluable.
For me, running clinics here and having the 12 centres means that actually being away from the office is not something I can plan that easily. So I use a lot of my time with EW on the website, and I have to say it's a daily visit for me to the front page to see what else is new, where else. And if I'm having a really low day, even this morning I think I went on and I saw a lady called Sheila on the front page, and just reading her profile, saying, right, that's it, today's going to be the day, it's Monday, get back to, you know, so you can get down when you're on business on your own. But I find it very refreshing to do just the visit onto the website.
The newsletters work really well for me because it means I can keep in touch with what's going on there, and I always have a quick scan through those, and I'll go and investigate whatever is in the newsletter that appeals and applies to me. You know, and then every so often I'll have a check on the website and catch up with news when I've got a chance anyway, and I'll pick out the bits which, you know, there's so much going on there, which is what's so wonderful. There's nearly always something that is relevant to you.
Well, I've been fortunate enough to speak at both the local Cambridge group and also at their regional conference in Newmarket, which was a great experience. Also, I've met a lot of ladies who, they're just like-minded ladies, they're starting up businesses, and we just exchange information, just the wonderful networking opportunity that, that Enterprising Women offers.
It's not that women don't want to work, it's not that women don't want to become entrepreneurs. If they've got a mentor in place who can help them and advise them on a business level, that's the best way forward. I think that's a vital part of getting more women to consider entrepreneurship, and also it brings a camaraderie with it.
The idea behind mentoring is not for them to give you all the answers, but to lead you in a direction that you can answer the questions yourself. Because a lot of the time, you know what you need to do, but you're just so busy and het up trying to think about everything you've got to do with your business that you don't have time to just sit back, relax and think clearly through a problem.
I think Enterprising Women has given me the most networking, the most business opportunities, and that's for and with, the most friendship and the most bolster. I feel comfortable there, and you can actually discuss things and get feedback, and there's no, it's kind of there and given, and it really buzzes.
What I'd like to say to anybody that's planning on joining Enterprising Women is do, because it's very, very friendly. They were all very, very conscious of people that probably hadn't been in that kind of arena before, and making sure that, you know, we were well looked after. And I'd say that to anybody, don't be afraid to go to any of the meetings and the workshops, because you will be made very, very welcome.
What have you got to lose? I would say get out there, do it, get the support. Enterprising Women will give you, as long as you put into it, as much as they possibly can. Anything that you want to have advice upon, they will steer you in the right direction. Join today.
It will cost just £50 to join per annum, and that provides you with access to all our networking events.
And you can join up at www.enterprising-women.org.
For its members, Enterprising Women is achieving its objectives. But founder Bev Hurley is in no doubt that still more needs to be done to support women entrepreneurs.
Very few regions provide for women-only training. Budgets are being squeezed all over the place, and so women tend to get bunched into one-size-fits-all generic stuff. That doesn't work for women. We know that because they tell us. Another thing where I think there is a real missing gap in the UK is support for women who are ambitious to grow their companies and create more jobs, but there isn't, by and large, anything to give them that boost, that acceleration that they need to move from a $250,000 turnover to $1 million or 5 million or 10 million. And this really means that we're still not enabling those women to fulfill their potential. When we run our high growth programs, we get oversubscribed and an enormous amount of enthusiasm and commitment from the women, because they're saying, I wish we could have had this before, I could have flown earlier. And so I think that is an area that the government needs to have a look at.
In a short space of time, Enterprising Women has developed from a regional to a national community. Now the organisation is pioneering projects in other European countries, and the community of Enterprising Women continues to grow.
It's gone really well. From a jobs and businesses created point of view, in our first 18 months, we helped 250 women start up a new business, and they're still going strong after a year. So that's really, really good. But more importantly, from the customer's perspective, they tell us that it was really successful for them as well. They loved the women-only delivery, they like the networking events, all the things we have on the portal. I want it to be a self-sustaining, growing community with fabulous women doing great stuff that we can promote and celebrate and shout about. And that's what really turns me on, is when I get an email in from one of our members saying, guess what, just won a new contract or just did this, and I think, yay, that's fantastic. That's really what's made my day, because they're doing well, and we may have played a small part in that, or maybe we didn't, but the important thing is they're doing it for themselves, and that's just fantastic.